Welcome back to the Starlight Parade.
You're such as it is.
Taking a look at view of the Broadway street here.
If you're just joining us, no, we did not wet the streets down just for visual effect. It is a wet edition of the Starlight Parade tonight.
Hey, the kids are having a great time nonetheless.
No problem. It looks good. It's a real family affair, the Starlight Parade. Whole Rose Festival is.
Here we have the Sandy Mountain Festival. The Sandy Mountain Festival 5-generation court is certainly the most unique court in the parade. They'll be coming up here in just a moment. And here we have members from the African American Festival.
They're here to help spread the word about the first ever African American Festival taking place here in the city June 18th through the 22nd. And in addition to the festival, on June 16th at 7, the Northwest Gospel Jubilee. Entire choirs, small vocal groups, and soloists promise great entertainment for audiences of all ages.
Most of these youngsters are between the ages of 13 and 16, and they're from the African American community of North and Northeast Portland. There are 125 marchers in this group.
There are moves you don't see very often.
No, what? I believe that's a cane they're carrying.
African American community of North and Northeast Portland sponsors this group.
We want to thank Pacific Power once again for allowing us to use this building so that we can shoot from 5 stories up. We have a wonderful view of the Starlight Parade from up here.
We are directly across from the Fox Theater, about 5 stories above the street. Gives us a great vantage point to show you the 1990 Starlight Parade.
Another clown. And these are still members from the African American Festival Association.
Mount Hood, could it be?
It looks as though it is Mount Hood, the Mount Hood Ski Patrol and Recreation Association. I guess that's a miniature Mount Hood there.
They would like everyone to know that the mountain is a great place to be year-round.
Matter of fact, we were there yesterday at Timberline Lodge for the Golden Rose Pepsi Ski Classic. Craig and I did a little racing of our own, and
very little.
Very
little racing. Racing is a word that really doesn't enter into what we did.
We just made it down safely, and that's the main thing.
Along to help spread the word are Bruce the Bear from Mount Hood Meadows, and Frosty the Snowman from Ski Bowl, Smokey from the Forest Service,
and Heidi the St. Bernard from Timberline.
Actually, the real Heidi was a little frightened after last year's parade, so she buried her head in the snow up at the lodge, I think, and someone in a Heidi suit is replacing her this year.
Tomorrow is the last day of the Pepsi Ski Classic, by the way, and the Blue Jeans Black Tie event is tonight here in Portland. Our next float entry is from Bremerton, the Bremerton Armed Forces Freedom Festival float. That is a mouthful. The name of this float is the Strength of America.
That is a long name. The Bremerton Armed Forces Freedom Festival. Freedom Festival is an annual May event. This year the festivities took place May 19th. Welcome to everyone from Bremerton, Washington.
By the way, at the back of that float is a hammerhead crane, and it's to represent the hammerhead crane at Puget Sound Shipyard, which will be approaching its centennial year here next year. And from Lebanon, we have the Lebanon Strawberry Festival and Court.
They are newly crowned.
The Portland Rose Festival is the longest running celebration in Oregon, but do you know what the second is? The Lebanon Strawberry Festival.
I was going to take a guess, just a shot in the dark.
Let you.
No, it's okay.
It was founded in 1910, and it runs the first weekend in June. They're being escorted by the Strawberrians.
Of course they are, sure.
And from Park Rose, we have the Park Rose High School Marching Band. A young group of musicians, mostly freshmen and sophomores, but that certainly hasn't stopped them from excelling. They have already won a sweepstakes trophy at the Western Oregon State College Band Competition. Watch for them in the next couple of years, and let's listen to them right now.
"50 band members and 20 flags," the majorette Stephanie Hamerick and the director Robert Espinel. We have more of the Starlight Parade coming up.
Pretty night, really, in Portland. It's very cool outside, but it's clearing. It's going to be a terrific night for the Starlight Parade. I think this is just one of the most exciting events of Rose Festival, and everybody's lined up, and I hope you're joining us at home for it as well.
Well, it's been a long winter. You know, this is sort of Portland's coming out party, the Rose Festival. We all know that. It's been a long and wet winter, and we are happy to be here tonight. And this is our first Starlight Parade, and we at Northwest News Channel 8 are certainly happy to be bringing it to you tonight. Tracy, I can feel it in the air. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be great. We're taking a look at our pace car. That's a 1999 Pontiac Grand Am. When they polished that baby up, it's been through the car wash today. You can win this car. No kidding. You buy a raffle ticket by getting your Rose Festival pin.
$3, that's it?
Yeah, that's it for a chance to win the Pontiac. That's neat. And do you know that the pin, every year they have a new pin. A lot of people collect them, and this year it was designed by a graduate from Benson High School, Jared Fain.
Good for him.
No kidding. Everybody giving the big Rose Festival wave there. They've got it down.
Next up is the PGE Solve Starlight Parade banner. Now we see the title banner that you see there. It's the festival theme, too, that is going to be seeing
Jared.
a lot tonight.
That's Jared. That's the kid
there
who did
he is.
the pin.
Okay.
Good
He designed the
for
pin.
him. He did.
$3 is all it costs, and you can pick it up at several vendors around town. Now, as for this banner, it's telling you this year's Rose Festival theme, which, again, we'll be hearing much of tonight, and that is Set Sail for Fun. That's the theme this year. The Starlight Parade, of course, is proud to be sponsored by Portland General Electric and Solve, and, of course, presented by Southwest Airlines.
You know, the neat thing is that PGE employees and Solve volunteers went out all along this parade route earlier this evening, handed out plastic bags so that people will pick up after themselves, making it a very clean parade.
We saw several of them as we tried to run to our position here. We should point that out, too, which was a good time. We're going to, in the meantime, welcome our parade color guard of the United States Marine Corps. All these Marines are from the local area, and they're marching in the Starlight Parade for the first time this year. Tracy, as we tried to get down here, there was so much traffic and the Starlight Run, and we had no choice but to get into the run.
These folks just marched right down. What a great idea. It's the 234th Army National Guard Band, known as Oregon's Own. Let's listen in. That is fabulous.
It is some of the great music we're going to be hearing tonight. There's a lot of it coming your way. Next up, the Grand Marshals tonight, Carl Cadenow Sr. and Carl Cadenow Jr. Let's welcome them now. Working with his father, Henry Cadenow, Carl Sr. evolved the popular local Alpenrose Dairy into a family fun center, Tracy.
Alpenrose is so much fun. They have the big Easter egg hunt, a whole bunch of activities.
And they also are the title sponsor of the Milk Carton Boat Races and the Little Britches Rodeo. They have a lot going on out there at Alpenrose Dairy, a lot of fun, and they're a big part of the Portland Rose Festival since the 1950s, actually.
Good for them. What a great choice for Grand Marshal. So many kids have grown up with Alpenrose Dairy. Look at this. It's our first float, Portland General Electric. Wind, power, and fun is the theme of this. You can see the wind just blowing those pinwheels. Who's on board? Looks like...
there's about a group of children from the ages of 8 to 18. They're all families of PGE employees who participate in a lot of community volunteering, and they make it clear that volunteering, you'll see this on several floats tonight, is a big part of what they're all about.
Look how much fun they're having. Must be great to be a kid that gets to ride on a parade. And
they will sleep well tonight.
Oh, that's excellent. Some more of the folks from PGE walking along with their little pinwheels. Just a lot of the volunteers and the family members from PGE that support that float and all the activities that they do all year long. It's great they get everybody's families involved in this parade.
What a great way to take part. This is an interesting entry too, Tracy. It's the Northwest Civil War Council. It's a colorful group that represents more than 600 volunteers. And what they do is they go around and actually portray historically accurate Civil War battle reenactments. Abe Lincoln.
Who would have thought it?
General Grant is here as well.
It's amazing.
Throughout the year, they have several performances. They will go to living histories as well throughout the Pacific Northwest and do their shows, and they also join other units at larger events throughout the western half of the U.S.
Totally believable. They've been used in some of the movies. Gettysburg,
exactly.
Ted Turner did that movie.
You can see why when you see them.
Yeah. I'm sure it's incredible to see them actually do some of their activities, all from the 1860s.
This group is dedicated to promoting awareness and providing education and also creating a meaningful 1860s experience to the general public. It's like a free trip back in time.
No kidding. Really brings history alive. What a wonderful experience. There's a great shot down the street, down Broadway, taking a look at all the people lined up to head our way.
Oh, this is one of our favorites.
This is so great. This is it. And one more time around again, marching band, 1190 KEX and KFC are the sponsors for this. And it's so fun. 500 people, all adults who used to be in high school and college bands, come back, get back together. And the drill team as well. They just have such a good time.
This band was formed back in 1984, Tracy, and their signature song, of course,
Louie Louie.
Louie Louie. Are they playing it? I'm not sure. We'll hear it in just a second. But the other thing I like about this is they practice at Lincoln High School, right next to Channel 8. So we get the benefit of hearing them practice, and you can tell summer's just around the corner, Tracy, when you hear the KEX, KFC One More Time Around Again band practicing.
Oh, they
over
set
there at
up
Lincoln
barbecues out there. They just have the best time getting together and kind of, you know, making use of some of their musical talent that sometimes you don't do much after you graduate from school.
500 members strong, Tracy. That's amazing, and they have so much fun. You see them walking around throughout the floats in the staging area, and they all have signs, and they're all talking with friends and just enjoying the night that is the Starlight Parade.
Yeah, they've been in it for 15 years. I think Louie Louie is just about to strike up the band.
Listen to the crowd. the official song. We know we're into the Rose Festival when you hear that song.
I just love this group, and so does the crowd.
Yes, you can tell there are a lot of Blazer fans in the crowd too there, and in the band wearing the Brian Grant dreadlocks.
Look at that. To play or wave. Everybody's always so happy to see them.
Oh, they sound great too, don't they? Louie, Louie, respect. I think that was the Superman theme. It sounded like Star Wars.
We were arguing between. We couldn't figure that out.
You know, they do a great job on messing with the kid too. They're fun. You gotta love them. The One More Time Around Again band.
Do you see them still twirling those batons, man?
They are good. They sure are.